Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're gonna be talking about Hero of Remnant. So yeah, let us begin. So we continue on with Izuku's life as he's currently training with Winter. As Winter is currently instructing him on how to use his sword, aka his Kopash axe, aka the weapon that I asked you guys to basically give a name for. Um, because all of you guys didn't really make a name for it, I'm probably gonna make my own. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be making a new name for the axe like after this video. But currently, right now, we're just gonna call it the Kopesh axe for now, or just the sword axe. So, as Winter is basically like instructing him on how to use his weapon. She would say this. So, Izuku, she would say, as he would say this. Oh, what is it, Winter? He would say, as she would say this. Well, after hearing about my sister, that you've been hanging out recently, she would say, as he would say this. Well, I mean, you're not wrong, but it's more like she seems to be a little bit more, well, clingy to say the least. As she would say this. I didn't know that she started to become a little bit obsessive towards you, she would say. As he would say this. Yeah, no kidding, he would say. As currently, Winter's going like, how dense is this fucker? Like, how dense is this fucker over here, she would say to herself. As she would shake her head, as she would say this. Anyway, she would continue. As she would say this. Please straighten your body while you're fighting, she would say. As he would say this. Oh, right, he would say. As after doing so, another person would arrive, and that person being that of Ironwood. As Ironwood would say this. So how's it going there, son? He would say. As he would say this. Oh, pretty good, pretty good, Dad, he would say. As he would start testing out the sword and the Kopesh axe, or just the sword axe, in its more axe-like form, as he would start swinging it around, as it would create a little crater every time when he swings, or at least, uses it to smash the ground. As he would say this. I'm so impressed that you're able to wield it, he would say, as he would say this to himself. That would, that would probably make sense, because he's probably some sort of alien, but still, he would say to himself, as he would start looking at him once again, as he would say this. So, I heard that you're planning to become a huntsman, right? He would say, as he would say this. Well, obviously. I mean, I've been going to a prep academy for that type of thing, he would say, as he would say this. Yes. And not only that, you started becoming a little bit closer to my subordinate's sister, he would say, as he would say this. Yeah, but it's more like we're just friends, I guess you could say, he would say, as he would say this. Hmm, I see, he would say, as he would look towards him once again, as he would say this. Anyway, I also wanted to tell you this, that you're going to be transferring to Beacon Academy soon when you graduate, he would say, as he would say this. Wait, really? He would say, as he would say this. Yes, your Uncle Ozpin wants to bring you there to train you, he would say, as he would say this. Wait, Uncle Ozpin? But why is that exactly, he would say, as he would say this. Well, because of your powers and your talent with that blade, he decided to let you become his student at this academy. And it would make sense. After all, it could be a pretty good idea for you to go there, especially since, well, let's just say some treatment that's been happening currently in Atlas, he would say, as he would say this. Oh yeah, people calling me the Invincible King for some reason, and even comparing me to, I think her name was as he would say this. You mean Pyranikos, he would say. As he would say this. Yeah, her, why is she so special? I mean, I don't really care about my specialties or anything of that sort, but I don't really care, he would say, as he would say this. Hmm, you're quite the honest kid, he would say, as he would say this. Well, I am your son, he would say, as he would say this. Yes, he would say with a laugh, as he would also say this. Now, I think it's better for you to start packing all of your things, because next week you're going to be transferring to Beacon soon. As he would say this. Oh, okay, Dad, he would say. as he would say this. Don't worry, I'll be sending you and Mishni, not her. He would look towards, to, Winter, as he would look towards, Izuku once again, as he would say this. I'm talking about Miss Weiss. And you'll be both be, brought to, wait for a second, where both of you are going to be brought to Beacon, he would say, and to Vale itself, he would say, as he would say this. Oh, okay, Dad, but am I able to visit you, sometimes, he would say, as he would say this. Yes, but it will also be important that the Vista Festival is also gonna happen, so I'll be going there as well, he would say, as he would say this. Oh, cool. Guess I'll start packing, he would say, as he would say this. Good. And please be careful with your things, he would say, as he would say this. Yes, Dad, he would say, as after that, Izuku would leave, as one of them, specifically Winter, would say this. You're quite worried about your son, she would say, as he would say this. Well, he is sort of an anomaly, he would say, as one of them would say this, specifically Winter. I mean, you're right, but he's still quite a curious kid, she would say, as he would say this. Yes. Also, he would start looking at Winter once again as he would say this. Please, if I ever get hurt or turn back on everybody, please take care of my son, okay? He would say with a low tone, as she would say this. Oh, okay, she would say. As after that, both of them would basically leave. So, we currently go back to Izuku, as Izuku is packing all of his things as one of his friends, or sort of friends in his mind, aka the Ten Commandments, one of them being that of Molascula, would say this. So which one are you going to pick for your, as he would say this. Does fashion even matter, he would say, as she would say this. Well, it does matter to me. After all, you are my vessel, she would say, as one of them would say this, specifically Zeldris, as he would say this. Well, he's not technically your vessel. Your vessel, he would say. As she would say this. Yeah, I know, she would say. But I prefer to dress up something much more, well, stylish, she would say. As Izuku would say this. Yeah, sure, he would say. As he would grab some clothes, being that of his, of his huntsman uniform, or what he wears when he's in hunt, when he's basically going out killing Grim or doing some, regular old work. After grabbing his clothes, he would say this. Alright. So I think that's all of it, he would say. As after saying that, he would hear something from his door, being that of knocking. As he would say this. Come in, he would say. As after saying that, a maid would basically come in as she would say this. Master Ironwood, she would say. As he would say this. You don't really need to tell me that. Just call me Izuku, she would say. He would say. As she would say this. Oh, my bad, she would say. As she would just laugh, as she would say this. Well, Master Izuku, dinner's ready, she would say. As Izuku would say this to himself. Just call me Izuku, he would say to himself. As one of them being that of Gloxinia, as he would say this. Anyway, we should probably just leave her alone. Besides, it's just a minor convenience, she would say. He would say. As after saying that, Izuku would say this. Yeah, you're right, he would say. As after that, he would start going downstairs, as one of them would say this, being that of Galond, as Galond would say this. Ooh, what are we going to eat, he would say. As after saying that, one of them specifically, being that of Derriere, would say this. Calm yourself, she would say. As he would say this. God, you're boring, he would say. As one of them, being that of, Monspeed, would say this. As usual, you're uncouth, he would say. As he would say this. Yeah, without a mouth, he would say. As after saying that, one of them being that of Zeldris would say this. Calm yourself, he would say, with a demanding tone, as all of them would basically be silent. As Izuku would say this. Some of you guys should just calm down and please stop arguing with each other, he would say. as one of them would say this, being that a fraudulent. Unfortunately, it's our true selves, he would say. As after that, we would currently see Izuku now in the, now in the, wait for he's now in the dining room as he's currently eating. But there's also two more people, being that of, Chokshni and Weiss Shni. As Izuku was a bit confused, why are they here? As Chalk would say this. Ah, it's been a while, Izuku, he would say, as he would give off a uncle-like tone, as he would say this. Yeah, it's actually been a while, well, Mr. Shingy, he would say, as he would say this. Oh, don't call me that. You can just call me Jock. After all, you are going to be engaged with my daughter, he would say, as he would say this. Wait, engaged, he would say? As Izuku was confused, as, one of them specifically, Weiss would just laugh under her, under her mouth, as she would say this. Yes, she would say, as after saying that, Izuku was just confused, as Ironwood had to, clarify, as he would say this. Well, after I found you and decided to, well, adopt you, I decided for you and, well, and Chalk that we would let both of our children, if they're both, or, if both of them are opposite gender, to have an engagement, he would say. As Izuku would say this. And you didn't tell me, he would say, as he would say this. I'm really sorry, but uh, he was sort of a great friend of mine, he would say. As one of them, specifically Jock, would say this. Yes, he would say, as he would start looking at Izuku, as he would say this. Well, you see, my daughter over here, as he would look, or at least Izuku would look towards Weiss, as he would say this. Well, she's actually been liking you ever since you defeated her multiple times. And in fact, sort of thinks of you as a rival, but also at the same time has these feelings, as she calls them, he would say. As after saying that, she would say this. Yeah, she would say. As she would look at Izuku with, with a somewhat shy look, with a blush. As he would say this. Okay, but as he would say this. Well, and here's the thing. She's planning to also go to Beacon. And why not? It would make sense for both of you to be together, after all, with the company of the Schnee, with the power of the Schnee Dust Company, and the influence of, well, the Atletian military would be unstoppable, he would say. As he would say this. Um, yeah, definitely seems like a great idea, he would say. As one of them, specifically in one of Izuku's, in his head, specifically Izuku's head, would say that. Being that of Grey Road, as they would say this. Why do I have the feeling that they're just using us? They would say at the same time as Izuku would say this. Well, I mean, I could imagine, but for now, let's just listen to him. As he would say this, specifically Jock. Being that of Jock, as he would say this. So what do you say, young Izuku, he would say. Do you want to help my daughter, he would say, with a nice smile. As he would say this. Sure. If it helps Dad as well, he would say. As he would say this. Wonderful! As after saying that, he would say this. We're gonna be starting off the wedding when they're, well, at legal age, he would say. As after that, he would start leaving with his daughter. As, she would say this, specifically Weiss. Hope to see you at Beacon, she would say. As after that, both of them would leave. As Izuku would say this. The hell happened, he would say to himself. And so, this is where we're gonna be ending off this episode. So yeah, before you guys leave, don't forget I'm gonna be making another video later on, and it's kind of important. Anyways, bye-bye!